What's up, beautiful brains of the multiverse? You're listening to the Roe Jogan Experiment, the only show where we put big ideas under a microscope, inject them with a little bit of logic, and see if they can still do push-ups after. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're taking 10 of Joe Rogan's recent claims from the Joe Rogan Experience and giving them the old reality check. Now don't get it twisted. I'm not here to cancel Uncle Joe. I'm not here to pop up the hood on the Podcast King's engine of opinion and see if it runs on facts or fumes. I'm ready to fact check Joe Rogan. Claim number 1. Trump deported a gay makeup artist to a Salvadorian prison. Verdict, true, but he's missing context. Yeah, Joe's right about his, claim on this one. Andrew Jose Hernandez Romero was deported under new policies. But what Joe missed, these aren't just Trump-era policies. They're part of a bipartisan mess. ICE's discretion has been kind of a problem for years, so Trump's just playing the DJ remix version of it louder and meaner. Okay, claim number 2. Trump's tariffs aren't tanking the global economy and hurting average Americans. Verdict is true-ish. Even MAGA bros are like Portnoy and starting to sweat this one. Tariffs sound tough until our groceries jump 30% and your crypto wallets are in cardiac arrest. So Joe's late to the party, but he showed up with a decent take. I'll give him that. Claim number 3. Kyle Dunnigan is the future economy. Verdict, matter of opinion, but not without merit. Joe had Kyle on and raved about his sketch genius, and while that's not a factual claim, Dunnigan's deepfake parodies are next level, so no cap, this one's a vibe check, not a fact check. Okay, claim number 4. We can bring back the woolly mammoth. Verdict, half true, with a side of the Jurassic Park fantasy. Joe had Ben Lamb on from Colossal Biosciences, and yeah, they're trying to use CRISPR to revive extinct species, but bring back the mammoth is like saying you can bring back dinosaurs because you found a feather. Cool science, definite. Mammoth petting zoos by 2030? Let's not bet the podcast on it. Okay, claim number 5. Libertarianism is the answer to everything. Verdict? Well, that depends on your Wi-Fi connection and your access to healthcare. Dave Smith and Joe went all in on liberation utopia dreams, but here's the problem. Libertarianism sounds great until a pandemic hits and you're out here bartering for Tylenol and you only got NFTs for trade. Alright, claim number 6. Joe's dad was abusive. Verdict not verified and disputed by his family. Joe's made these claims before, but now his half-sister is calling foul. The truth? We don't know. And unless someone drops a documentary, we're not gonna find out via the hot takes. Sister says it's not true, he says it is. Alright, claim number 7. Canada is communist and Trudeau is a dictator. Verdict, false, with a side of maple syrup. Because Canada has universal health care, not gulags. Calling Trudeau a fucking fascist dictator because of mask mandates is like calling Whole Foods a cult because they make you bring reusable bags. Okay, moving right along. Claim number 8. Trans women in sports are ruining women's athletics. Verdict, false, and dangerously misleading. Because this claim gets repeated a lot, but actual sports scientists and governing bodies have rules in place. The idea that women's sports are being destroyed is media hype and has very little data to back this shit up. So, just quit with that shit. Claim number 9. Florida's don't say gay law protects kids from grooming. False and deeply harmful. No one is grooming kids by teaching them LGBTQ plus people actually exist. That's like talking about Martin Luther King is radicalizing kids into civil disobedience. Oh wait, maybe they actually say that too. Claim number 10, last but not least, Rachel Levine isn't a real woman. Well, that's actually false and kind of disrespectful, Joe. Misgendering a top health official on air. Look, you can have questions about policy, but when you're disrespecting someone's identity, especially a public servant, you're not being edgy, you're just being lazy. Okay, so there you have it, folks. 10 Rogan claims. Some fact, some fiction, and some straight up fuel for the misinformation machine. This isn't about hate, it's about accountability. And if Uncle Joe ever wants to debate it live, I'll bring the cold plunges and the mushroom tea, bro. Until next time, keep your minds open but your logic sharper. This is Roe Jogan, signing off.